everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Chris Orme and today we are here playing Franchise Hockey Manager 3 with the Regina Pats in Season 2 on our path to glory. Now, Season 1, we loaded the roster, we did so well, regular season dominant. Playoffs, just couldn't get the job done. We did get players drafted into the NHL. We took the number 1 overall with our trade for Nolan Patrick. You know, he went 1 overall, I think. Was it Foot who went 6? And Craig went as well, and Steele went, and so many of our good players have gone. So this season, top star is Skinner. And then we're down to Coleman, who can't really improve too much. Matsuba, Solensky, Zablocki's back. He could be decent. Hollett there. Maybe I'm thinking I can make a trade, get a decent backup goalie in return, and be able to improve a position there. So I'm not too sure. Maybe another defenseman I was thinking could be an option. 2 stars and above, though, I think we've got some good players. 2.5 stars, decent. And then the backup players here, which we are having to use, to be fair. We are having to use. So, right now, I'm not really sure kind of what we can do. So let me just make sure that we've got the right player selected. I don't know why they wouldn't be right now. So you sit or you sit. Not too much difference, but yeah. I mean, that's right. That's right. And Ho sits. Okay, well. Not a great roster. I'm a little bit sort of worried about this, to be fair. I was kind of hoping Bjurström would come in and, he didn't want to. He wanted to stay out in Sweden, and that's his priority, so that is fine. Venable's not ready yet, but 5-star potential. Neil as well, not ready, but could turn into something for us. McGowan, another option. Johnson, good player for the future. Duncan, good player there. So defensemen, we're stacked up for the future. Backups and starters, I feel. Bjurström should be a superstar, but, unless he wants to come next season, then that's just not going to work out for us. And Barrett, decent forward there. If we look at the ages of the players here as well, bunch of 16-year-olds, some with potential, that could be decent. And the 17-year-olds, Addison and Fonstad, that is decent as well. So hopefully this is a year of growth. I don't think we got too much to do in trades because unless I move Hollett out, there's not really anything I can give up, and I kind of want to hoard those draft picks to get some more young players in. So let me know what you think about that. What sort of strategy should we do for the whole sort of trade slash draft aspect? Should we hoard those picks and keep using them to try and get some good players, or do we try and snag 1 or 2 good players to boost our current lineup? I don't really think there's too much out there right now, however. And yeah, there's a that could be decent though. I could get a defenseman with Hollett and then go after Thompson. I could then go after Thompson. Trade away Hollett and a prospect that we don't need and get Thompson in with a defenseman. 2.5, 3.5. Hollett is 2.5, 4.5. So we down the potential there. But I mean, unless Skinner gets called up this year or next year, we don't need Hollett. And I'm not sure Skinner will get called up by Winnipeg. Not this year. Zablocki's been sent back down from Pittsburgh, and I don't think he gets called up this year. So I think we're okay on that front. I don't think that's too bad for us, to be honest with you. Lochner, though, will go down, and that will bring into play Muir. And so, first game of the season, the regular season, and let's see what happens then. So yeah, Coleman, Smith, Solensky, Miller, Cole, Zablocki, Foot, Fonstad, Ho, Gardner, Muir and Buziak there. We've got Matsuba and Addison, which should be decent. Williams and Bruce, Sandstrom and Herald. With, of course, Stewart, Skinner in the net. Oh. Sim game opening day. And it's a big win. Oh, it's a big win. Skinner there, doing his job in the net. Like to see that. We do go 1-0 down, though. Colin Paradis with the opener. Owen Williams equalises. Northern Foot with a game winner there to put us ahead. And then Gardiner, Miller and Bruce spreading along around that scoring somewhat. Riker Cole, couple of assists there. Like to see that. But yeah, not too bad. Actually better than I thought we were going to be. To be perfectly honest with you. So that's going to move us ahead. One win out of one. I mean, that's all we can ask for. Can't ask for anything more than that. And now we go away to the Broncos. And you can see, nothing really has changed in terms of the lineups. But the result does change. Shutout for Fair. And Pedersen with 2 goals. Kahira there with a goal. Oh. Yeah, this is going to be a long season of up and down hockey. This isn't going to be anywhere near as easy as the first one was. This season's going to be a lot tougher. So, let's see what we can do then. I mean, I want a winning record. That's something that I definitely want. And I think that's available to us. If we can get into the playoffs, I'll be happy there. We don't need to win the playoffs. That's the thing. We don't need to win the playoffs. But just trying to think what we can do. But I might be willing to make that trade. But right now we can't. Look at that. Skinner goes down. Skinner goes down. I don't think there's too much in Saskatchewan we can call up either, because they're not ours. They're not ours. I mean, none of these are ours. I mean, potentially there's some good people down here. But we don't own the rights to them. So, yeah, not too much we can do in terms of making moves, sadly. Not really sure on that front. I don't know. I don't know what we can do. Not enough players to create lineup. Yeah. Okay. Give me a goaltender. One of these has got to be mine. Yeah. So move Walter up. And dress him there. Then we need to send somebody down, which will be Cap. We'll pick Cap back up when Skinner is fit. So, Yeah. Kinda scary. Kinda scary. Show games off then until we get back to the playoffs. And let's just see how things unfold over the next few games, because I don't want to go too far into the season. I want to get a little bit done here, though. I do want to move forward and just see kind of what our record's like and what we might need to actually to set up. So at the moment, it looks like we're 2-0 with 4 points from our first 4 games. And that's not bad. That could be playoff record, you know? That could be a playoff record. We've got Calgary tomorrow. Stuart Skinner's on his way back. I mean, that might be okay. But I definitely want to hear your thoughts on this. Like, year one, we stacked the roster. We did some slightly unrealistic trades. We did everything we could to start off the series with a bang. And, you know, we didn't really get it done, did we? So, a little bit sort of unhappy with that. But this season, look at that. We go down 7-3 against the Hitmen. Not a good start to the season. Not a good start. So my question, as well as the trade question, my other question will be, what else do we do? What else do we do? If something comes up here in the NHL, do we take the job? Do we try and build the Pats up? Do we try and make them a powerhouse? But we're going to be losing players and rebuilding every season. There is no long-term plan that you really can get going. So, you know, there's nothing you can do at this stage because your best players are either going to get too old or they're going to get drafted. Look at that Kyle Clegg and Stelios. You know what that means, don't you, boys? You know what that means. See, we could get rid of... Oh, we could trade Hoylett for somebody. We most certainly could. But Kyle Clegg comes back in. There's a star defenseman for us. And Matthews becomes a great little option there as well. And let's send our overage player down. And just have everybody set up then. So, that helps. That helps a lot. That helps a lot. So Zablocki's been sent down by Pittsburgh. They've also sent back down Matthews. And Kyle Clegg has been sent down by the LA Kings. Skinner, of course, Winnipeg were happy to let him come back for this season to us. And we get our new players back and win 4-1. Is that the turning point in this season? Is that what we needed? Maybe. Maybe it was. Get a 2-1 win there. We're 4-3-0 now. Back-to-back wins, which is pretty exciting, to be honest with you. Kind of saw this going wrong early on, so yeah, if we can only get 1 or 2 more players back, I mean, okay, Foot isn't coming back. I'm pretty sure of that much. Nolan Patrick is not coming back. But apart from them, nearly everybody else that was drafted could theoretically be sent back down. And that would be fantastic right now. Ooh, but we don't like playing the Broncos, do we? Swift Current Broncos there with a 3-1 victory over us. and we're only just ahead of 500. But we do pick up a win there. 6-5 over Moose Jaw. That puts us back in decent position, but we need another couple of wins before I'm really happy. If we can get a win against Prince Albert and then win the next game, that'd be good. But that's a 4-1 loss to the Raiders, and we are back and 4 on all of this, guys. We are not getting that run of wins that we really need. We really do need. Swift Current Broncos are coming back up here. We're getting our team back together, but there's a few holes, and that's an 8-7 loss. Look at that. Oh my days, we were 4-2 up going into the third, and they scored 6 at us. That's terrifying. We're a 500 team. That's what we are this season. We're no better than a 500 team. I'm not sure whether we're actually going to survive if we keep that kind of record. I'm a little bit worried that the owner's going to want a bit more than that from us. That's 4-2 over the Moose Jaw Warriors. And then Saskatoon, look at that, another 3 goals in the third period against us. So giving up goals late on, that's kind of our bugbear right now. That's what's really hurting us. And we're sitting 7-7-0. So a little bit of an injury worry for us. A little bit of a problem in terms of, you know, the squad not being where we'd want it to be this season. If we go to the front office, no, if we go to personnel, yes, he's a desperate kind of owner. Confidence is high, so that might be okay. Possibly. So, you know, he is patient. Job security is good, but he does want the playoffs. And right now, you know, we are some way out of that playoff race. You can see we're sitting in 7th right now. We're a little bit behind, aren't we? That's not good. Oh, this might not be good at all. Let me see, Matsuba and Clegg, that is good. Addison and Williams, or Bruce maybe, is decent. Defensive core should be okay. 1-2, 1-2, 1-2. Yeah, we should be a decent team. We should be a decent team. I think we release Yano. Not good, no. Not going to be good enough to start for us, really, at any point. I go down to the B's and pick up... Are these both mine? There's McNabb and there's Walter. They are both mine. Call up the older one, which gives the younger one more game time in that junior team. Okay, so Moose Jaw own him. Not sure why that's messed up. But that's a foreign player. What have we got in terms of foreign players? Zelensky. So we do have a foreign player slot, and we've got an overage player slot, haven't we? We have. Ooh, okay. Okay, if that's the case, And we move Hollett down. Yeah, I like him. I don't have anything else really to trade. It's only Hollett. It's only Hollett. So let's have a look at trades then. Let me go and find a player that I might want. So we're looking at a 3-star defenseman, really. So someone like Kral might do, but I'm not sure if that's going to go through as it is. But we do have draft picks, and you know what? We've got import draft picks, which I don't want. If I can stack those up and then go here and take a round 3 this year and a round 3 next year, I'll be happy to give up those import drafts for the Bantam draft. And that's Kral. 3, 4.5. You know what? I might be okay with that. But what else have they got? Let's take a look. The Shasin, I mean, we sent him out. We could bring him back in, of course. We do have room for an overage player. And that's goalie and goalie. So we're not abusing the overage player. We have room for it. So we need to give up something back. Miller is not overage player. I mean, Cap. If we throw him in there. And then what else have they got? What else could we get from them? Could we get anything that we really want here? I don't think so too much. I don't think so. So then if I go into the draft picks, I mean, they'll probably give me a first, second, and a first there, won't they? Because yeah, they just want to give up their overage players. But Tyler Brown is a starting player for us. Oh, well, he's a backup player, but he's almost starting level at 2.5 stars. So he's decent. He's overage, but we can eat that. We've got a spot. We're giving them a better goalie back in return because he's a bit younger, a little bit more potential. So that's kind of working out. We're upgrading on a defenseman there to make ourselves a little bit more tough, and we're picking up those first, second, and first rounds in the Bantam drafts. So it does include an overage player, but it's an overage player that I do want. I'm not just taking it on to cut. That, I think, is going to be the difference for me. So Walter will probably go back down if this trade goes through. That means then we've got our new goalie playing back up to Skinner. We trade out the one piece that we had. We stack more onto the draft. And we improve that defensive core a little bit more, which is what I really, really wanted to do. So we pick up a win there. And there we go. Complete that trade. So Philippe Kral will come in. Tyler Brown will come in. We move out Hollett and Cap. And we pick up draft picks as well. So Brown steps in. We move Walter down. Overage player there. So we've got our 3 overage players now. Riker Cole, 2.5 stars. Mark Matsuba, 3 stars. And Tyler Brown, the backup goalie, 2.5 stars. We're not losing anything as our backup this season. He will be gone after this year. But, you know, Skinner might be back next season. I'm not too sure on it. I do like having Kral in here, though. That's our second foreign player alongside Zelensky. It's our third overage player. That trade worked out really well for us in that way. I'm kind of happy with how that worked out. So, it looks like Addison, Matsuba, and Williams. 10s everywhere for him. Yeah. Change position to right defense. Put Williams back in. So he could be decent as well there. But we've got 3 decent right defensemen, 3 decent left defensemen, 2 decent goalies. We've got 2 decent left wingers. We have a few decent centers and what looks to be 2, maybe 3 decent right wingers. Overall, I think that's a pretty good job of being able to set up the team. If anyone else comes back, of course, we will be very, very happy. But right now, we still got 2 more contracts that we can actually get going. So let me go back to front office and see what is out there. So Moose Jaw. Yeah, there could be some good players coming up at the end of this season. Don't think there's too much now in terms of what we can actually sign. There's some really good players out there. But let's just throw that out. Yeah, there's absolutely nothing there for us to be able to pick up. If we go down to 20 years of age and just see what actually is out there. Matthew Joseph, signing not possible. That kind of sucks. Yeah, so there are some players there who would be good enough age-wise, but wouldn't be able to be signed. On the trading block, left defenseman go. Quinney and Yaremko. I think we go after both these as well. I think we do. I'm not sure what that is all about. Click the wrong one. So let's go after some rights, maybe. See, we still got Nolan Patrick playing for Vancouver. There's no way he comes back. Sam Steele's out in Anaheim. Cal Foot's up at Boston. We don't get those back. We do get Matthews back. So that is something there. It's not by good players for now. Zabrowski's back in New York. He doesn't come back down. Wagner doesn't come down from the Kings. Hobbs is playing in the ECHL. Josh Anderson, yeah, I don't think he comes back down. He's in the AHL. He won't come back down now. But Clegg, Matthews, they're all there. They could come back and help us out. But Bjurstrom here, see, they'll probably accept that offer. If we remove that, they'll probably accept just for Bjurstrom, who I don't think comes back. I really don't. And I think Quinney is a decent player. So if they do that, what else can we get? We can't get Hoden. Yeah, we can't get Hoden. Sawchenko, we don't need. Youngster with a bit of. Yeah, nope. Didn't think we might get Bertzan there. It was worth a shot. Wu in defense. Yeah. probably not. Okay. Just someone a little bit younger. Bit of a leader there. Langen. How do I like it? Well balanced offer. That's what I'm kind of looking for. Because I don't like these import drafts. And look at this. I can actually stack that up. If I stack that up and I put the player rights and give up the rights to... See, Nolan Patrick would be a bit cheaty, wouldn't it? To be fair, that would be a little bit cheaty. They don't want Skylar Neal. Okay. Don't want McGowan. I don't want to give up any of the players that are there. So, the rights to Bjornstrom, Arthur Miller, those 3 round 2 picks for Langen and Quinley. Or Quinney, sorry. So 2.5, 4-star on that left wing. 2.5, 3.5 on that right wing. Let me just do... that. Let's see, yeah, first round pick there in the import draft. And let's try and get something back. So they definitely want to ask. That's pushing it. 2 2s are pushing it, but I could probably get a 4th. Oh, not 2/3. Get a 2/3 though, maybe 19 and 20. So let's set that one up then. Getting rid of Bjornstrom, who won't come to us anyway. Quinney and Langen, bit of depth out there on the wings. We get rid of Miller, who we don't need at all. Yeah. We don't need Miller at all. He's not quite an overage player, so it's not going to really affect them in that way. And we still got someone like King who we can send out if we want to. So let's throw that deal there at Moose Jaw and see what they come back with then. Did I send that out? I'm not sure. I hope I sent that out. I'm not sure. That's gonna suck if I didn't. That is gonna suck if I didn't. So, I mean, that's that deal in place. And then, I mean, what else can we get you? Let's have a look at potential then. So can we get someone really good? He's playing for Spokane. And that D-level scouting, I'm not really happy there. Machado might be a better player to look at. And I know Saskatoon also had Yaramenko they wanted to get rid of. So I can put those two together in this trade. And then if we drop out if we drop out King, and then in the import drafts launch in those 3. In the Bantam draft, I mean, we got some good picks here. 4 first round, a second, a third, 5th, 6th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th. We don't need any of those late picks. Then we come in with 4 round 1s again with a round 2, 3, 5, 6. The rest are dead pretty much, and we got everything here. Round 8, not going to do anything. What about round 2? No. So, for king, that's not going to work. What else have we got here? So the rights to kneel, that's not going to work out. Do they want McGovern? No, they don't want McGovern. I don't want to give up any of these. I mean, this is the sad place we're in right now, where there's not much I can actually give up. There is Buziak. I mean, he's a 2-3, and I'm getting a 2-4.5 back who's younger. So I mean, I can sign off on that one. Don't think it does anything there though. Yeah, I'm not sure how I'm going to get this one to work in our favour. Do they have any overage that we'd actually want? I'd be willing to do overage if there's someone we want. 3-star left winger. 3-star left winger. I mean, that would work out. That would work out. That would allow us to get rid of maybe Riker. Yeah, maybe Riker. So why don't we just build on the back here? Okay, so Shimir would be a starting player there for us, two-way forward. I think that's a nice signing. Yeremenko would offer something else, another two-way forward there. Nice couple of players down that left-hand side that we can really work. Machado is decent. He is decent. 2-star. And you see the 4.5-star potential means that 2 years younger, and he's better than Buziak. But giving up two-way forward Buziak to get something else there. Michael King, you know, decent young player, but we're getting more back than we're giving up. Plus we can stack those 2 draft picks because we want that overage player. We want the overage player. They want to get rid of him. I'm happy to do that. We're not trading to cut. And there we are. We offer that trade. So I really don't think I did the other trade, did I? What was that transaction? We don't want transactions. So let me just try and figure this out. Was it Moose Jaw that we were going after here? And we were going after... Was it Wu? No. It was Quinny and Langen, wasn't it? I think we set up Quinny and Langen. And then... let me just do 1, 2, 3 to see where that gets us. And then we were going to give up, yeah, because we can give up Cole and still improve, which is what we're doing. So another couple of wingers. I can't remember exactly what we were doing here. I think Miller might have been one. And then we gave up Bjurström. and then we give up 2, 2, and 2. So round 3 in 2020. I'm happy enough putting that trade out there just to see what comes back. I can't remember if that's exactly kind of what we offered them, and I think we had a little bit coming back, a little bit more, but happy that we're 10-7-0, 20 points in as we move towards the end of October. And we're getting better. If we can get these trades in, we will be getting better. Everyone we bring in will be playing. We've got a backup goalie, which we needed because we had an asset there that we just weren't taking advantage of. Apart from that, I think everything else is going to work out in our favour as starters for the trades. And there we go, Saskatoon. So, King and Buziak for Machado, Yarmolenko, Shimir, and the first and second in 2020. I'm really happy to be doing that. Really happy to be doing that. We will discuss this trade. Do you have any overage players that, again, I would want that I'd actually be starting? 3 2.5-star left defensemen. I don't think that's any better. So no. No, you wouldn't. Well-balanced offer. I mean, 2-2-2. I mean, if we can just give up... How about that? Miller, Bjurström for Langen and Quinney, and you get import drafts 1-2-2. Come on, Moose Jaw. Let's have a look at our roster then. 26 players now, but you can see defensively we are starting to look decent. I'm happy with what we've got set up. On that left wing, we're looking pretty good there. I think we're going to get rid of Cole, didn't we say? Let's send him down. Don't need another overage player on this roster. We got 3 as it is. But you see Shimir and Yarmolenko there coming in and doing a good job, which means the youngsters here have time to grow. And that's what we're looking for. Giving the youngsters a bit of a chance to grow and getting the rest of the team all in. So we'll figure out who's playing where. We'll let the... Yeah. Okay, we just sent down... Let's have a look then. Who's our big player? I think Kyle Craig is definitely going to be our captain this season. Matthews is assistant number 1. And Crown, no, I think Zablocky. Or do we go overage? I think we go overage. Let's give it to Shimir, assistant number 2. He's just come in there. So Matthews and Shimir, they're the 2 assistants. Kyle Craig is our captain for the season. And that roster looks a little bit better. If we can get this second trade in, I do believe we will be in really, really good shape. We get another win there, 11-7. We are starting to move on through. Starting to get back to a winning record, which could mean playoffs. Couple of trades there which works in our favour. And, we'll be competitive again. That's the thing. We might not be dominant. We might not get that number 1 draft pick taken from us in the NHL again. But I think what we do well. And I think this trade is a no-go, isn't it? When normally you edit a trade, for some reason it doesn't come back to you. So I'm going to go try and work out this trade, I think. As we move into November, I'm going to go try this trade out. With 11-7-0, 22 points from our opening 18 games. We're on the upward rise. We've got a few players back. We're managing to get things going. 9-4-0 in our last in the last month, which is really good considering that would mean we're 2-3-0 from our opening 5. So that is pretty decent. That is pretty decent. So overall, not a bad place to do things. Yeah, I really feel that things could go our way with a little bit of luck. But I'm going to leave it here. I'm going to go try and get a trade going just to improve things a little bit more so we can send down maybe a couple of these youngsters. But yeah, I'm Chris Orme. Thanks very much for watching. This is Franchise Hockey Manager 3 with the Regina Pats on the Pats to Glory series. Here, making trades, making impacts, trying to make waves in the WHL and get into those playoffs. We just want a shot. That's all we want. We want a shot at the trophy. And if I can win that, I'll happily move on to the NHL. Right now, no jobs available, but have your say. Comment section below. Tweet at me at Chris Orme. Do we move to an NHL team if one shows up this season? Do we wait and try and do something in Regina? Do we build through the draft or use those draft picks to actually build the roster back up? Let me know what you think. I'll see you guys back here next time. Thanks very much for watching. I hope you're enjoying the series. It's a bit puzzling this season, so slower start, but I think we'll catch up to speed pretty soon. Till next time, guys, take care of yourselves and always keep your stick on the ice.